Hello, I'm Adriana Stanovich, and this is People and Perspectives. Today here joining me is Geno Anfuso, an Italian immigrant. Hi Geno, how are you?
How you doing?
So I'm just going to jump right into the questions.
Go for it.
What decisions did your parents make to come over to the U.S.?
Well, very hard decision because that meant separation of the family. And the reason why that decision was very hard, again, like I said, it's separation, very little work in our town. It's a very poor little town. And that's why my father made the decision to come over here first. And he came over in 1952. And we came over here in 1954. When I say we, I mean my mother, myself, and my older brother.
So what were the conditions like on the boat?
Conditions on the boat were not very good. Number one, we came over in February, which is a bad time to cross the Atlantic Ocean. Very hard, very, very hard. Number two was because my father has sent us money to come over here second class, but my mother, being a very frugal woman, took us to the worst class. And we were so far below the portholes you could see in the ocean. So they were paying us so you couldn't see into the ocean. We were right above the engines. So any movement back in those days, even though it was a very, very good boat, and back in those days, any movement, that ship would really rock. And it was sick time from the time we got on the ship to almost the time we entered the port of New York.
So, as you said, you went into New York Harbor. Were you very nervous going in?
Nervous and happy. Okay, there were two. One, the greatest thing for an immigrant to see when he comes over is the Statue of Liberty. That's a sign of hope, prosperity, and everything else that goes along with it. The second was I'm going to have to see my father, which I haven't seen in 2 years. So since I was only 7 years old, that means he left when I was 5. So the memory wasn't really that great, okay, of what really my father looked like, because, again, being separated for the 2 years. We had to get on a train then to come from New York to Chicago, okay. That was another not too pleasant of a trip because it was cold. It was very cold on the train.
So how was it adjusting to the U.S.? Was there any language? Was there a lot of language barriers coming over?
Yes. We spoke no English. There was nothing that around that anybody could translate. So we were forced to speak and learn English very fast if we wanted to get around or anything like that. So yes, it was a very difficult time, but at the same time, it was a very happy time. We had things in this country that we never imagined were like in the old country. So it was pleasant also.
So when you came, did you first go to school or did you go and start working?
No, I was 7 years old. My brother was 13 years old. My brother started in, I think if I'm not mistaken, he was in 5th grade, and then within 1 year he went to 8th grade because of the difference in the schooling between America and Europe or Italy was completely different. They were way above and beyond the teachings as we were accustomed to this country. But I went through from kindergarten all the way up.
That is very, very interesting. So did you have an American dream in mind when you came?
At the time we came, no. My dream was just to see my father, which I haven't seen. And at that time, I probably didn't have really any dream till I got a little bit later in life, and I started realizing that this was the country of opportunity, which was very good for me.
So did you achieve what you wanted to do when you came over here?
I achieved more and beyond what I really dreamed of my life. So I'm very, very happy. I met a wonderful wife, which I've known now, it's 55 years. And we had 5 children, and 7 fantastic grandkids.
All right, do you miss anything from Italy? What?
Personally, I consider this my country. I served in the Army. So this is my country at this time. So Italy is beautiful. I've been there twice, back, but nothing competes with this country.
Do you know if any of your siblings had any other dreams when they came here?
My older brother, yes, he had some dreams, and he achieved them.
So are you very happy here on taking it?
I'm not just very happy, I'm ecstatic. Because this is the only country that would make this everything that we thought of and we wanted to happen.
Would you ever think about going back just to revisit old memories?
Yes, to revisit old memories, but not to stay. No.
Have you ever gone back to New York since to get that feeling from seeing the Statue of Liberty?
New York, yes, I went back once. Didn't impress me.
No, you didn't get the same feeling like you had?
No, I only got the feeling when I did, again, see the Statue of Liberty. It almost brought me back into tears.
Did any of your siblings ever go back?
My older brother, yes.
Did the same memories come back to him?
Yes.
Did you achieve anything else when you were here, like any important, like major jobs that you got here that you wouldn't have been able to get back there?
Yes, I reached a level in the hotel industry that a lot of people don't achieve, which is to be one of the members of the hotel that made up a lot of the rules, and I had a lot of control under my authority.
So you got a lot more opportunities here
A lot more that people cannot even realize the opportunities that you have in this country.
All right. I'm Adriana Stanovich, and this has been People in Perspective. See you next time.